Thanks, Shenandoah Farms.
Thank you guys.
Spin a cloud.
Hell yeah.
To the cloud.
Mercury's in retrograde, yeah. I'm trying to find a balanced way to work through all I got today. Yeah. Tilted view a different way. Mine's askew, but I'm okay, yeah. Searching for the tunnel light to guide my way. I hear them say,
It's a Loud America Cloud TV event, man.
You see that hay bale over there?
Yeah, so
That's him.
that's him?
Yeah.
I can smell it.
Not really in production right now, so we're good. But typically we sanitize, safety glasses, lab coats, gloves, and then we'll come into the processing room. So this is the formulation room. This is where we do all our pre-close processing, where we make all our products. We just got certified for dietary supplements. This facility got certified yesterday, which is huge because now we can make, like you name it, we can make
the ball, like the Cubic breakfast ball?
We can make everything, like weight loss supplements, multivitamins, protein powders, like literally, we're doing some gummy R&D right now. We got some fire Delta 8 gummies. Grant, it's just 20 milligrams? 10 milligrams? Because we work with Virginia farmers, because we hire people here in Virginia, and we distribute our products in Virginia, they're willing to incentivize that. So in the article, we're investing $3.3 million over the next 2.5 years in hiring 24 employees, which is going to produce, tax revenue and stuff for the town. So they're super excited about that.
We're going to use this as a 420 episode too. We got a podcast, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
for sure. That's dope.
I seen y'all's jerseys y'all got.
Yeah, I did all NBA teams.
Yeah, that's
I did all of them. I'm trying to get with Steven Jackson now, man, because what I came up with was a business plan to do a cannabis summer league.
Yeah.
And give all the money, because like all the old NBA players have cannabis brands.
Oh, for
so
sure.
I'm like, well, why don't we just put something together where y'all can donate all the money to these underprivileged neighborhoods,
Yeah, for sure.
but through a cannabis league. It's the National Ball Association. So yeah, they had hemp awards here in Virginia.
All right. So we threw a hemp expo event.
Yeah.
And we had like 300-400 people show up, like 10-15 vendors, and a bunch of the farmers in Virginia came through.
Yeah.
And basically we held a competition for the best smokable hemp flower.
Yeah.
And we were the judges of it, but it was our event, but our flower won. My partner Jake, he lived out in Oregon for a while, so he worked on a big grow up out there.
Can we get a close up on this one? Look at this.
These are our Mylar packs for our smokables. So these are the relaxed varieties. These are the stabilized. Then we got the uplifting stuff right here too. We're the first hemp and CBD company in the state to become accepted into the Virginia's Finest program, which is huge for us.
Yeah, that's huge. For anything dealing with cannabis here and get accepted, that's huge.
Yeah, definitely.
This is nice. You smell it, you're out of here. Yeah, there they go. My labels. I made those. I designed them. See it.
So yeah, whatever doesn't get packaged up into a final smokable product in here, we'll prep it for extraction into oil. So that's what we're seeing in all these bins right here. Find all the top quality nugs. search for any mold, things like that, separate it.
This is actually, we're doing a self-critical bud system. So like this material, we're going to be using it for topicals. So CBDA is actually better for topicals than CBD. So all that means is instead of putting it in the oven and warming it up and converting it from CBDA to CBD, like no different than you can't eat marijuana and get high, you combust it and you convert it from THCA to THC. This, like whenever we put it in the oven, we would lose those terpenes, like the good smells. That smell is also beneficial. Like in the extract form, rubbing it on your skin is good for anti-inflammatory properties. So to essentially like get the most out of this material, we won't heat it up, we'll just put it right into the extractor and we'll preserve all of this smell, all of the compounds the best way possible.
So this is CO2 extractor. There's a lot of different ways that you can extract for cannabis oil. Popular one's ethanol extraction. It comes out of this machine right there. It's crude oil, is what we call it. It smells pungent. It's not really what you would think it would smell like. But yeah, so that's crude oil.
Is it still strong? Is it strong in that form?
This is like 50 to 60% CBD content, but it's also got all the fats, waxes, lipids. Like for a topical product, this is good for a topical product. But if you're trying to make like an edible or tincture or something like that, it's a little bitter.
I wonder when we smoking CBD, bro. I wonder when we smoking CBD.
Yeah, it smells like, I was just about to say, remind me of Reggie when I'm just smelling.
Back in the day, Reggie. I'm
Hey man, we don't got Reggie around here. We got
Are the farms around here?
Yeah, we got farms all throughout Shenandoah Valley. Yeah. I mean, and it's not just our farm, there's other people too.
Hey y'all, how we doing? We're here with Pure Shenandoah Farms. This is Cloud TV, Loud America. This is the 420 edition. It's been a hell of an experience here in Pure Shenandoah. Yeah. How you doing, AK?
Not bad, man. Good to have you out here.
Good. Definitely. It's been a minute. I was supposed to be out here. Supposed to bring on this sweatshirt and everything. Finally got out here. But this is dope what y'all got going on.
Thanks,
for real. This is dope.
Yeah.
In the near future, what are y'all looking towards doing as far as like cannabis? I know y'all got the CBD now and everything. As far as like when cannabis becomes legal, are y'all looking to get full-fledged?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, when we started out with CBD. You know, we've been cannabis advocates for years, obviously, as you know. My partner Jake lived out in Oregon for a while, out in, on a big grow operation out there, and we were following the laws really closely. So 2018, the Farm Bill passed. Really, it was for industrial hemp fiber, but in that same legal loophole, people grew CBD for cannabinoids. So, you know, we started out on that, and like I was talking earlier, you know, education was our main focus. You know, we want to do this thing right, and we model our company on West Coast companies. Yeah. So that when, you know, legislation does change, we're right there and we're ready to do marijuana the right way. Yeah, so, you know, we're waiting to hear back from the medical marijuana application. So if we get awarded, we're going to be growing medical marijuana for patients. And then Governor Northam, who has given us a grant already, so we've got a lot of good support locally at the state level. So we feel like when the legislation comes around and when licensing starts becoming a question, you know, we should be in a good position to where, you know, we've modeled ourselves as a safe, reliable cannabis company.
How long has the company been open? How long have y'all been here?
So in this building, we've only been here for about a year, like last November. We renovated the crap out of it. It took a while, but we started 2 summers ago when we grew our first acre of CBD, just 1 acre. And the only product we had for sale was smokable CBD flower. Everybody thought it was weed. So, you know, education again was the main focus. You know, showing people, educating people on CBD and how it's different from marijuana and how it goes hand in hand too, though, you know. And really, we help break so many stigmas. I mean, my mom, I never would have thought my mom would be cool with me working at a cannabis, you know, company, you know what I'm saying? But she uses CBD every single day now. She gets all of her friends hooked on it. And, you know, based on that, they're starting to realize, like, you know, maybe marijuana isn't such a bad thing. Because if the CBD is so effective, then the THC, you know, with that, you know, there can only be more benefits with that, so. it's pretty cool, man. We're breaking stereotypes around here. We're in a small town of Elkton. You know, only 1,400 people. The whole state really is, you know, traditionally conservative area. Yeah. So it's cool to see how much support we've been getting locally at the state level from all the people around here. So.
Yeah, that's dope that y'all getting support from people around here.
Yeah,
because you know, by the town being so small, you think they're like, oh my God, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's good that y'all are breaking the stigma for cannabis because people like when anything they hear about cannabis is wrong. Right. Anything that they hear, they just think it's all wrong. They think it's, oh, they're smoking drugs and all this, but really not. It's really the medicine. Mm-hmm. It's really medicine. I think that the world's going to come to a point. Well, I know that the world's going to come to a point where it's just going to be legal. You'll be able to possess it just like alcohol. Because right now we're going through really reefer madness, marijuana prohibition.
Yes,
that's what we're going through still. You know.
Yeah,
have y'all had a lot of like run-ins with the law enforcement? In the beginning, did y'all get a lot of run-ins?
No, I mean, in the beginning, we were just so transparent with what we were doing, and it was so new to everybody. We made sure to call, you know, when we grew our first acre, we called the local police. We were like, look, we're growing CBD. It smells like marijuana. It looks like marijuana. We just want to let you guys know what we're doing. And they were totally supportive on board. When we moved into this building, we didn't think we were going to do all this to the building, honestly. We were just looking for a place to dry, so we were just going to rent the place out. Came in, we dried all of our crop year one, and we stunk up the whole town. The entire town smelled like weed, and but they were cool with it, you know. And
everybody out there probably smokes.
Yeah, we get people knocking on our door like, "What's going on in here?"
For real?
We get. They're cool, man. Our neighbors, you know, town of Elkton, we've had so much support. Everybody loves us. Everybody buys product from us. Yeah. When we got our special use permit to conduct the business that we're conducting in here, we got unanimous approval from the town. The one thing they said was, please keep the smell down. Yeah. So we were like, all right, we'll try. So we set up carbon filters and stuff like that, but we haven't had any problems. You know, like I said, when we first moved in, we did have a couple cops come through because they were like, we got mad reports of people smelling marijuana, so we're just here. Oh, you guys are the hemp boys. You guys are great.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, cool.
We haven't had any problems. I don't think we will have any problems.
No, I don't think you will either. I think all the people that were against it, I think now that they're seeing in the national, worldwide level that it's become illegal, and now that the educational part is the biggest part. That's the thing. People fail to read. They fail to look. They just, oh my God, I smell it. And I think the biggest thing with cannabis is the smell. If it didn't smell, people wouldn't care.
Yeah, exactly.
If it didn't smell, people wouldn't care at all. Mm-hmm. I don't think they would care.
Mm-hmm. And beverages, that's another, you know, beverages is going to be a huge industry for THC because it's like, you know, smoking. Like, you can drink a beer in public, in a bar, you know what I'm saying? But if someone sparked a blunt right next to you, you'd be like, damn, you're smoking a blunt here? And people, it's like the negative stigma.
Yeah.
So beverages is an industry where people think that it's gonna really normalize, you know, consuming THC in a way that's not, you know, contradictory or, you know, controversial, I mean.
Yeah.
So.
And like, what I want to do is I want to try to make a coalition with people who can come learn. You know, just learn about the plant, like as a whole. Like, I think there should be classes on it. And once the educational part comes to Virginia and they learn more about it, they'll be like, okay, well, we need to do this. Once they start seeing guys like yourself, guys like RVA, shout out RVA Cannabis, guys like me, they'll realize like, wow, there are people that are really trying to educate people about it, and they'll ease up on it. Because all it is education, bro. Nobody taught you about alcohol. You just got it and got drunk. So once they got rid of that and they found out that they can make money off of it, it was cool. Yeah. So once they see the money and they see the education, once Virginia sees the money, they're gonna definitely be like, okay, let them smoke.
Yeah,
so
definitely. There's a lot of money to be had, and it's just a good cherry on top. You know what I'm saying? To what the cannabis industry is gonna bring.
And a lot of this is gonna get rid of opioid abuse, a lot of other drugs that are harming people.
Right.
Man. You know, so that's the big thing that
we're in the meth capital of Rockingham County. Used to be the meth capital of the world.
I said that on the way here. I thought so.
Yeah. You know, really, really bad. You know, we got a lot of people on a lot of nasty stuff around here, and even opioids aside, we got people who are on anti-anxiety medication. People with PTSD, people who have children who are autistic, And they're all coming to us after years of prescription drugs and saying, it's not working for me, you know, I need something else. And so they're making that shift to a more natural product like CBD, and it's, you know, really, really effective. So we've seen really good success stories on that front, which is awesome.
That's why I think more research should be done with CBD, because I think in these schools where they have these children that are hyperactive, like from autism and different, you know, mental issues, I think that when they go through these episodes of school, if they, instead of giving them Ritalin or giving them these drugs, you should be able to give them 2 or 3 drops under their tongue. I think that would be less harmful than giving some kid cocaine in a pill form.
It's crazy,
you know?
man.
And it's just that they can't control it. That's why it's all control, bro. At the end of the day, I think it's just all federal control. That's why it's not legal. They know it can be grown in abundance. We can't grow. We don't have opioid factories, and we don't have cocaine factories. They know that Americans are going to be able to grow cannabis, and it's not. They're not going to be able to regulate it. They're not going to be able to regulate it as good as they think they could. I don't think they can, because once they say you can grow 6 plants in your house, everybody's going to start growing. The people that want to grow, because it's not that hard. If you really pay attention, it's not really hard. It's just you got to be attentive to it. So I just think it's great what y'all got going on, bro.
Thanks, man. It's super exciting for the industry. Virginia is in a good spot. Governor Northam has been doing really, really good things for, you know, hemp and CBD, as well as with marijuana. You know, nobody really expected this big push in Virginia, you know, being a traditionally conservative. Quick.
That quick.
And Governor Northam's great. You know, he gave us that AFIT grant, so that support really legitimized our company, which was awesome.
Oh, y'all got well, man, listen, you got to stamp by a governor. You can go anywhere. Oh, they got to listen, get out the way. If you got to stamp by the governor.
So, you know, it's great having his support, and I love his narrative on legalization. You know what I mean? It's not a money grab. It's not a money scheme. It's not a, you know, let's go to market, it's going to produce this much money. The focus has been, marijuana has been wrongfully stereotyped and viewed in past, and the people that have been suffering the most from it, mass incarceration, you know, things like that, people of color, people of, you know, bad backgrounds, poor financial situations, you know, they're getting put into jail where our tax dollars are going, you know, to pay for that stuff, and they're not even being treated properly, you know what I'm saying? And they're coming out and they're in an even worse position, you know, with a felony on their record now for something that is legal in, you know, in a lot of states in the country, you know what I'm saying? So I like the narrative and I like the push for it. He's talking about making the licensing for recreational marijuana equitable, big focus on minority-based businesses, you know, so I think that's really cool. And that's the main focus, really. I mean, mass incarceration is crippling this country. We see what's going on right now. All this nasty stuff, it's the, you know, really stemmed from the war on drugs and, you know, reefer madness and all this stuff. So it's cool. It's 2021 now. You know, the future's exciting. We're seeing really cool stuff happen.
Get rid of your old laws.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, you know, we're excited, man.
Yeah, definitely. Y'all gotta do. It seems like you work with a dope crew of people too, man. Everybody was just so cool when he was walking through them. Like, oh, you just break it up, like, you know. And what's gonna be dope is to just see weed. When you come into here, Virginia, you never thought, bro. Just even hearing that is almost legal is like, whoa. Cause I'm out west. I'm this far from a cop. I'm smoking, and they really don't care. They really look past it. Because it's just too much. It's already legal. Why are you still, you know, on someone's back about something that's fully legal that people are making millions of dollars a week off of? And they look past you. All they don't want you doing is driving and smoking. But you still do it. They don't care. It's just too much to pull over with something that can be, you could drop a seed right out here and a plant will grow.
Right.
So, you know.
Yeah, no, it's cool. And, you know, they decriminalized in Virginia, so now it's just a $25 fine if you caught smoking.
It's under 2 ounces, right?
I think it's 1 ounce.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's 1 ounce. But yeah, like I said, man, Governor Northam, he's the right guy for Virginia.
Yeah, he definitely smoked sometime in his life.
I know. He says he hasn't actually, so
he's going
but he supports the industry. So no, it's cool. You know, I mean, you know, I'm sure you've got stories of people who are wrongfully accused.
Yeah.
You know, wrongfully imprisoned over something that's so simple like this. Really, it's not fair. So you know, we're hoping that Virginia is going to be kind of that model state on the East Coast
of the state for it. That's why I came back here.
Yeah, man.
This is, man, you watch.
We got the farmers.
You definitely got the land here,
we got
man.
The land, the farmers.
They don't have the climate, but we got the land. They need to grow all indoor here. As far as where do you see the company going in the next 5 years?
Gosh, I don't know, man.
Sky's the limit, right?
Sky's the limit, really. And you know, the CBD business is doing well, and we're still growing on that front. We're also prepping ourselves. We want to start popping up retail locations in places, selling our CBD with a focus not just on retail, but on education. The same way RVA Cannabis is doing it. You know, they brought the processing to the retail front. And that's you know, we haven't had a retail front yet because our business plan was a little different. But when we do that, it's going to be that same focus, education based. We want people to come in and they're going to buy into a lifestyle. You know, a healthier, holistic lifestyle with all sorts of products that are going to help them do that. So we want to start popping those up and, you know, really getting out there, getting that customer base going, being that trusted brand. We're already the trusted brand, but now giving people a place to go so that when, you know, recreational marijuana opens up, we've got these retail fronts, which would eventually be dispensaries as well. So that's kind of the plan there. And then on the fiber side of things, industrial hemp fiber is fucking crazy, man. I mean, you know, the U.S. imports almost $1 billion worth of hemp fiber every single year. They're looking to place tariffs on these imports, and they want U.S. farmers to start growing this stuff. And like I said, I mean, Virginia is an agricultural powerhouse.
Yes, it is.
So, you know, imagine your whole Loud American merch line was made out of hemp. How dope that would be. So, you know, that's kind of where I see the vision.
And everything with cannabis, man, I think it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. Because like even with my brand, everybody thinks it's clothes. It's not. It's a whole movement. It's a lifestyle. Like Shenandoah Valley Farms, that's like a lifestyle, bro. Because y'all got everything. So y'all have the greatest products like CBD. Seriously, y'all have the best CBD that I've ever tried. Seriously.
I'm glad you like it, man.
Because a lot of CBD tastes like trash, it does. A lot of it tastes like dirt, OG.
I mean, you got dirt OG, No, seriously, man. I mean, you got people, when the 2018 Farm Bill passed, every farmer got into growing hemp because they were like, oh man, I'm gonna grow this and I'm gonna sell it for, you know, $100 a pound and this and that. Really, that turned out to not be the case. And then we saw them pivot, make their own smokable products of just horribly cured, you know, nasty flour, making their own sorts of oils kind of in their kitchen. And there's some people out there that did it well, you know, but at the end of the day, if you're not holding yourself to a high standard, high medical standard, you know, you're eventually going to get washed out. So that's kind of was our focus, is let's come out with the best of the best. Let's not cut corners on our equipment. Let's make sure, you know, we're formulating the stuff properly, so we consult it for a while and, you know, really make sure we come out with good stuff. And, you know, now we're selling in pharmacies, doctors' offices, chiropractors, you know, really reliable vendors, so that, you know, people aren't just buying some gas station CBD, they're buying something that their doctor recommends.
That's why I picked you guys. And yes, I got my own I have my own CBD now from Shenandoah Valley Farms. That's why I picked you guys, because that was the best. So I'm gonna have more strains coming. I'm a white label everything with y'all. After I saw this, I'm white label everything.
Your pre-rolls are gonna be exciting. Exotic Jane is dope. All the guys around here, they were like, ooh.
When I was at the bank, my girlfriend, the bank guy, the guy said, man, who made this logo? He was like, be here for a year. He was like, this logo will get you a loan. He told me, he was like, this logo, like your marketing tools can get you money.
Yeah. If you got a business plan and you've got, you know, A, B, C lined up, you got some financials behind you, a bank's gonna support you.
Are they gonna make people have collectives, like, see in California, like you have to have a collective to have a dispensary? it can't be like one owner. Like you have to have a collective.
Yeah,
I think the collective is 5 more people. They want an investment group because they feel like one person is going to corner the market. Like Berner, the cookies brand, it's not just him. It's not just him. There's multiple investors because they're dealing with billions of dollars with the smoke. I would love to see y'all get that big, bro.
I hope, man.
I'm telling you.
I hope.
I would love to see it.
And I like the idea of a collective. You know, it's kind of what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
We work with farmers. We work with multiple farmers that grow our CBD for us, that are going to be growing our fiber for
I want all
us.
my strains to come from y'all because y'all are going to grow my cannabis strain when it comes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We want to move into, 5-year outlook. We want to start developing a breeding program. It's not easy. It's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
But, Virginia, we're going to come out with a Virginia strain. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be exciting, for sure.
Yep. Yeah, let me get a part of that, man. But that's why I came back here, man. Because when I went out west, the game is so saturated. It was easier for me to get into the market, but it's just saturated. There's the Snoop Dogg's and Cypress Hills. There's Dr. Green. There's so many people. There's nobody on the East Coast, so why not come back?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I feel like, man, like y'all are gonna set the template for V8. I really do. Like RVA Cannabis, shout them out again. They're cool. But like as far as like the whole spectrum of everything, I feel like this is gonna be the number one.
It's that vertical integration. That's what's so important. You know, when you're doing the cultivation, when you're doing the processing, and you're doing the distribution, you're handling that whole supply chain, and you can offer this transparency in testing, quality that you need in order to prove that you have an effective product.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of people around here that, they'll grow their own stuff and then they'll go get it white label out of state, which is fine, but they lose some of that transparency along the way.
Yeah.
RVA is killing it, and they have, they're doing it right. I know they're going to be doing some growing in there.
Oh yeah.
In their operation,
Yeah.
they're doing the damn thing. It's awesome. It's really cool to see that they're doing that over in Richmond.
Well, this has been dope.
Yeah, for sure.
The whole scenery is just the drive up here. I really needed this. I really felt like I was in Northern Cali, like I was going to a grower. Hey, I do know the grower too. I really know him now. So yeah.
Did you guys drive through the mountains?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I felt like I was in Northern Cali for real. Cause like that,
It's beautiful
it's the same
here.
way. The same
It's
going
beautiful.
up. It's beautiful, but like the cold, I couldn't do it. In the wintertime, I couldn't do it. The snow's up here a lot.
I was in Cali last week. It was cold as shit.
I know.
What's up with that?
Bro, I know. It sucks. The world's changing. Yeah, you were coming back right when I was getting in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were coming back. Yeah.
LA was cool though. Cali's cool.
Yeah.
I was never, I always knew the legal market out there, but I had never really been to Cali like that. And I'm walking around and everybody's smoking weed, and I was like, damn, it's like that out
I'm
here.
still ducking and dodging like
Yeah.
puffing. Nah, bro. I have to catch myself here because I still think I'm out there. So, because I'll spark them anywhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, yeah, it's been great. And I'm looking forward to working with y'all.
For sure.
Cloud TV looks forward to working with y'all. And we appreciate you, man.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, this has been dope.
Thanks for coming out.
Episode. Shenandoah Valley Farms, Loud America, Cloud TV. Has been a great episode. Thanks, AK again. Thanks, Shenandoah Farms.
Thank you guys.
It's been a cloud.
Hell yeah.
To the cloud.
Take it easy.
Peace.